in Wales, in Llandudno, a big Welsh derby on the cards. It doesn't get much better than this.
No, we two of the informed players. There's about 4 or 5 players that have been playing really well this year, and we 2 of them. So, it don't always work out. It's going to be a good match, but fingers crossed, it is.
And what a great season it's been for Welsh snooker. 5 titles between you. It's been remarkable.
Yeah, Mark's obviously been a proven winner and one of the best players for the last maybe 20 years. So I've stepped up in the last few months and managed to get my first, and then a couple more that have followed quite quickly. So like Mark said, we've both been playing on top form for quite a while this last few months, certainly. And like Mark said, just can't wait to get going tonight.
I know you've been good friends with Ryan for many years, and of course at the start of this season you got to play with him in the World Cup, but now it's every man for himself.
Yeah, we played in the World Cup. He let me down pretty bad there. I thought we would have won it if he could have raised his game a little bit, but maybe next year or the year after we'll be back on the same side and he can put all them wrongs to right. But joking aside, I mean, I've said it. He's doing this year what I feel like he should have done probably 10 years ago. I mean, to see the people in the ranking list and see where he is, and he's as good as most of them, if not better. And finally he's starting to win tournaments, which I think a lot of people thought he would have done a long time ago, but he's finally doing it. And he, not only I'm on this big wave at the minute, but he's right on the wave behind me. So one of us is going to come off and come crashing down tonight.
And what a big match, apart from the fact you're playing a double world champion in your home country, but also if you win this tonight and get to the semi-finals, that really does improve your chances of being seeded for the World Championship.
Yeah, I knew that coming into the week. It's my last chance, if you like, with not having qualified for China. But I think this tournament's big enough on its own right to sort of be concerned with other things. It's a massive event, massive match this evening against Mark, and if I win, it'd be a nice bonus at the end of it.
And final question to Mark here. 3 years ago, I remember being in Blackpool when you won the World Seniors Championship, and now here you are, one of the best players on the planet, playing against the flatbillies, as they call them.
Yeah, first match as a 43-year-old, but it's going to be tough. I'm looking forward to it, and if he would have said to me I'd have won a couple of ranking tournaments and the 6 Reds, and he would have run a few tournaments as well to start the season, we'd have bit your hand off. And he's under a little bit of pressure to qualify for the Crucible. But I mean, if you'd have given him 3 ranking tournaments and got to go to the qualifying school, he'd have took it. But now he's got a chance to not go to the qualifiers, which we was there last year, and this is horrendous. So he will be under a little bit of pressure. Hopefully he'll pick up a different cue tonight and try that one out.
I was going to wish him happy birthday, wouldn't bother now.
We're really looking forward to it. Thank you.
All right, cheers.
And it could be a wonderful Welsh clash. Both of them in prime form.
First frame. Ryan, day to break.
So, thoughts, Alan? I think it's going to be close.
Yes, I agree with the boys. I can't see anything other than 6-4, 6-5. Remains to be seen. But very well matched, as they are in form as well this season. Titles galore, actually. 5, is it, between the two of them? And not only for the two players, I think for this crowd tonight, something to savour, isn't it? 2 Welsh lads. Rich history of snooker they have.
Yeah, I said in the interview it was 5 titles between them. I suppose you could say 6, actually, because Mark Williams won the World 6 Reds Championship in Bangkok, Thailand. Between them, this season, they've won around £670,000. What a scene here at Venue Cymru. The stars have really aligned for this match. An absolutely terrific venue in Wales, with two Welshmen playing terrific snooker.
One.
Yeah, that shot alone gives you a clue to the way Mark Williams plays this game. If you want to know anything about snooker savvy, look no further than Big Willow.
A keen sense of humour.
5.
Great to be around, good fun. Laid back, yes. But make no mistake, when he's on the table, he's a killer.
Six.
Something to watch for Mark Williams. Watch his pace around the table. It's unhurried. He sort of ambles round. It's all part of the plan, by the way. Don't get overexcited. He's the least excited snooker player probably in the tour when he's out there. Now, the way he's played that, I think he's playing a cannon on the red directly to the left of the black. If he cannons
11.
the top red, it's fine. But even at the bottom one, full ball, he's on the black. This is clever. Brilliant shot. Oh, unlucky.
12.
Yeah, you can see he's disappointed with it. Anything high or straight in that red, he was in business. Great thinking, just didn't execute.
But no one's better
Mark
at
Williams.
taking snooker medicine
12.
than Williams. When he drops out of position, it's as though he's got this ability to wipe the mental slate clean and just get on with the next shot. A lot of players are so disappointed when they end a break. The subsequent safety shot isn't the best. He's not one of them.
Foul.
Yeah.
And a miss. Mark
Hit
Williams,
it all
5.
wrong, caught the blue, and I'll tell you what that was. That's the classic symptom of having a cue that's only a month or two old. Playing it with lots of side, lots of left-hand side, complete miss hit. Little tester this, if he's playing the red to right middle. Big shot where the reds are. Nailed it.
1.
Well, Ryan Day's previous shot was a patriotic one, red, white and blue. And it could be an expensive one at the end of this visit. The only man out there breaking the Welsh monopoly is
7.
Jan Shears, the referee. Look to see whether the pink would go on its own spot. It won't, which is a great help to Mark Williams.
8.
So clever in the balls here. Just put the red next to the pink. Just push it onto the back cushion. He may just screw past it. Yeah, screwed for a choice or two. Always thinking.
14. $15. 21.
Just little
22.
little soft shots he plays, doesn't he, when he's in close. When he's in break building, Mark Williams, what I love about him is
28.
the balls dictate the shot that he plays. Always play the correct shot.
29.
That one's gone a wee bit wrong. He's landed bridging. He just wind stares he. So the cue ball come to rest. This is a tough shot.
A lot of players feel uncomfortable slowly rolling balls, but Williams isn't
35.
one of them. And because of that, he found that shot a little easier than most. Still only wriggled in, though.
36.
Something else just to note about Mark Williams, that the cue ball doesn't travel very far. Keeps it nice and tight,
41.
under good order. And already, we know how quick he is. He's 58 points in front.
42.
So, pink and one more red.
I asked him today whether he feels any different at 43 to what he did at 42, and he said, yeah, the stairs seem a little steeper. Maybe he doesn't have quite the flexibility he had, and so the extension on the cue here. So move 65 ahead, which means this red coming up is frame ball already.
48.
Yeah, and Mark being Mark, there'll be no holding for the pink. Punch this in, make sure the pot never misses a trick, the big man.
49.
Right, he's probably out of position. He's not going to clear the table, but 2 snookers required.
The under the body shot, which is Mark
Williams,
Williams to a
49.
tee, plays that one better than anyone else. In this case, though, the pink stays on, so the frame continues. Day needs a couple of snookers. And at the risk of repetition, I do tend to talk about this a lot because it was so remarkable. Ryan Day, in last year's World Grand Prix in Preston, got through the semi-final against Marco Fu with the help of winning a frame after requiring 4 snookers.
I don't think it's something we have stats on, but I wonder if how many frames in his career Mark Williams will have lost from a position where his opponent needs snookers. I bet it's counting one hand the amount of times that's happened.
Well, one particularly hurtful frame was against John Higgins in the UK Championship final, when he was basically about to be presented with the trophy. He was 9-5 up. Higgins came back to win 10-9, having required a snooker at one point. But you're right, Alan, it's a rarity.
One.
Mark Williams, ever the pragmatist. Just get rid of the red. Make absolutely sure of the frame.
Seven. Eight.
We shouldn't read too much into this just yet, because Neil Robertson looked really good in the first frame
14.
this afternoon and then didn't win another. But initial indications would suggest that Mark Williams tonight is going to be a handful.
Yeah, I think the thing with Mark Williams these days is you pretty much know he's going to play well. Might not always play to his absolute best, but his B game
21.
these days is well good enough to beat pretty much anyone.
Mark Williams, 21, and a first frame.
Williams on the mark and playing some exhibition shots en route. Look at this, bending the cue ball round with lots of topspin. He's on top of his game at the moment, and he leads Ryan Day by 1-0 in this race.
Mark Williams to break.
Welcome back, everyone, where Mark Williams is now in consolidation mode. Wants to make 1-0, 2-0. And the way he started with that very solid opening frame, he must be feeling pretty good. Not to mention that break-off. Day snookered on all 15 reds. There will be quite a few players watching this with some interest. The likes of Stephen Maguire, Mark Allen, those who are heavily involved in that race for a crucible place. They will be hoping that Mark Williams wins this. Day, of course, will then be at a massive disadvantage because he didn't qualify for the China Open, so those qualifiers would beckon. Conversely, if Day wins this evening, well, the crucible could be very much on his agenda.
Yes, as of now, he's in the box seat as far as that's concerned, and he's just inside the bubble by a measly 162 quid. But still plenty of snooker and plenty of balls to be potted before that's done and dusted. First job in hand tonight. Try and beat his fellow Welshman. Another thing he's going to have to do, we're going to see a lot of, work your socks off against Mark Williams to create chances. You see, even coming round there, he's looking at the pack, the shape of them, because if he feels he's not putting a red over the pocket, he'll play figure eight safety. He's not playing it, he's just playing the glance, but nice and thin. See that? Almost Mark Selby-like. Selby plays that way. Does not risk pushing reds over corners unless he absolutely has to. Clever shot that by Ryan, playing deliberately in between green and brown. Blocks off the left side. First mini problem for Mark tonight. Look at this shot. Just push the red onto the back cushion. As long as it doesn't roll off, he can't leave anything. I say he can't leave anything. This red is cuttable. This depends on the bridging. Yeah, he'll play it if he feels he can get the cue ball up towards baulk somewhere. No, good shot. Very good.
One.
And that was one of those instances where catching the bump of the middle pocket didn't work out badly at all.
Yeah, the yellow might actually be the ball here. The green is not the ideal angle because there's no reds available in the left corner. I know about his cue power, mind you, Ryan Day. Just whether he can screw back the left side of the blue there. That's what he's checking. I think yellow's maybe the shot with the rest. Yeah, he didn't have the control playing that. He didn't really have a look at the green. So the yellow. I thought the yellow with the rest round 3 or 4 cushions for the red below the 3 at the bottom cushion here. He's not going to get many gifts from Mark Williams tonight. He's going to have to make the most of every one of them.
Ryan Day, 4.
I think Day tomorrow will be getting gifts because it's his 38th birthday. But you're right, Williams this evening will give him absolutely nothing. This man has been the alpha male in Welsh snooker for many a year now, and he wants to remain there.
Touching ball.
Not probably as awkward as it looks this once he gets bridging on it, because he probably wants to play it with a touch of right hand side anyway, almost checking it. Take the cue ball up in a straight line, a straighter line. Just didn't give it enough pace. Once again, this will be wafer thin. He's looking at, yeah, he's looking at the red, the two that on the left hand side, the one that's nearest to pink. I don't think he really wants to play that one. Has he spotted a plant? I think he has.
And the secondary little flick off the red has held the cue ball for the blue.
Yeah, the minute it left his cue, the pace told you that it was a virtual certainty, wasn't it? 'Cause he was holding for guaranteed position in something.
The way he floats the balls around
6.
when he's in the heavy scoring segment of the table, it's almost like he's a throwback to the old days. The great Fred Davis used to do that to great effect. The man who reached the semi-final of the World Championship in 1978 as a 64-year-old.
7.
Then you get the feeling that Mark Williams has got plenty more in the tank as well at the age of 43.
Yeah, and this is the ideal Mark Williams chance in the balls here. All right, the black's tied up, but the pink not completely in the open here. Actually, that wasn't the best shot he's ever
13.
played. I think he was hoping to get, well, if he can get the red to right corner, this is now a great chance. He should be able to get this. Just straighten it with a bit of side, and I can get it plain ball. So this is now
14.
an ideal situation for the big fella. I know one thing for them, but the next 10 or 12 shots, you won't see the cue ball
20.
outside the confines of where those reds are. So good at keeping good close control.
Twenty-one.
Having taken the reds in the correct order, after this next red, the pink's going to be on to all 4 pockets.
Twenty-seven. 28. 34. 35.
'This is where he's so clever. Watch this. They're
41.
trying to screw top side of this pink here. See it? Didn't quite get into it.
42.
There'll be a change of plan. Play for a red to left corner. See those 2 reds in picture there, they both go to this pocket. The 2 he was tracking a second ago.
$48.
This is now the first time that the cue ball's going to be travelling.
$49.
Well, didn't have to play for the black. This is not a certainty. Should get it.
he's made this break look
56.
stunningly simple. When in fact it most certainly
57.
hasn't been. What an artist. What an artist in this scoring section of the table.
$63. $64.
The crowd understand the significance of that shot. It's because Williams is now 60 ahead with 59 on.
Yeah, and Mark Williams has taken control of both frames. First one was a clever shot to nothing from nowhere, and this frame, a plant from nowhere.
71.
Both clever in slightly different ways, but the control that he gains through a seemingly position where there's nothing on, he just takes control. And when he's in
77.
close, he's sending a message here to Ryan Day that you better not make many mistakes, fella, because this is going to be the end result.
78.
And those lower ranked
84.
aspiring professionals should watch this. The way this break has been compiled,
85.
it's professional with a capital P.
Yeah, in the extreme. This has been superb.
$91.
See, he even wants to get the black back in its spot if he can. I don't think he can play it from there. Probably just play the blue.
$97. $99.
Little shots that players enjoy here. Little brush cannon off the black, just to hold it. Just enjoy playing those little shots. This has been a clinic of control.
$106. $111.
Cue ball disorientated on the last couple of shots. It's not used to travelling so much. Simply superb. Williams on the mark and then some. What a way to take a 2-0 lead.
Ryan Day to break.
Shouts of encouragement for Ryan Day, and he certainly needs all the support he can muster. Not just the fact he's lost the first couple of frames, but the way he's lost them, i.e. Williams playing brilliantly. That said, though, the most recent occasion they played in the UK Championship third round, Day won 6-5 from 4-1 down. And it's those kind of positive thoughts, Alan, that can sustain you.
Yeah, you've always got to draw in positive memories out there. He also was 3-0 down against Ding at the Masters, wasn't he, this year, and came back and beat Ding handsomely. far from out of this match, Ryan Day. But he needs to get a foothold somehow.
Another positive memory for Day was beating Williams 5-4 in the semi-finals of the Riga Masters right at the start of the season. That's a tournament, of course, he went on to win. And apart from glory in Latvia, he's also lifted trophies in Gibraltar and Romania.
Ryan, if you've left this red on the right middle, you may live to pay the price. Looks like he's taking it on.
One.
He's on the black, Williams. Earlier in his career, quite often when it was a shot of that nature, he'd look at the shot and
8.
it would seem as though he couldn't pot it, and the other guy would get his hopes up, and then all of a sudden Mark would get down and knock it in.
9.
Yeah, there's more savvy right there. Low in the blue. Pick off the 3 reds and build from there.
This afternoon, another left-hander with his name on the World Championship trophy. Neil Robertson
15.
had a pot success rate of 79%. Those figures have been transposed for Williams at the moment. His pot success rate, 97%. He's attempted 68 pots so far, completed 66.
Yeah, and what he's thinking
19.
here is when is the right time to attack the cluster. I think the decision's already been made.
20.
He's playing it this time. It's not a brilliant Pactigan, it's a bit of a diamond shape, isn't it? So he wants to get this pink full in the face if he can. Yeah, he got into it too deep. How's his luck? Yeah, not great, I don't think.
25.
Yeah, there's a bit of kidology there. I don't think for a second he's ever going to play that. Only red he can leave here is the one he's playing. That's why he's playing it.
Mark Williams, 25.
He somehow manages to pose you problems, Mark Williams, even when he misses a ball. Clever boy. Can he get through the gap? The outside red, the one left. Can you see it? Yeah, I think he can. Might have to just bend this a touch. A little tracer right-hand side. He's Ryan out of courtesy there. Standing aside, giving the referee a good look at this. Yeah, good shot this. Very good. The difference between 6 inches off the baulk cushion and being on it is massive. He's giving Mark Williams a fairly routine return here. Let's see if he can find the trap. Yeah, a tempter. And when your arm's as cold as Ryan Day's will feel right now, these do not look easy. Big shot this.
It's been 20 minutes since Ryan Day last potted a ball. And Alan, of course, quite right. The arm cold. A victim of circumstance there more than anything else. And now Williams will want to press home the advantage. Put the boot in.
Yes, and Mark being Mark will probably just peel a few of these reds off. In no hurry. Bring the 5 and the bunch into play. He's going to need one of them at least.
No.
All the time building and hurting his opponent.
$14. $15.
Important he gets close to this red along the cushion. Yeah, not absolutely perfect. Probably just drop this in now. Can't really
22.
Can't really play the little stun screw. Just dead weight drop in. Oh, he actually
23.
did play it. That was a beautiful shot. Didn't look it, but 48, black 55.
$30.
This takes me back to his heyday.
$31.
Although he's just marginally underscrewed that.
Yeah, but I think it'll be all that. Well, won't be certainly concerned about it. Mid-range red for Mark. The way he's playing, fancy him strongly to get it. Red, black, in addition to this blue, would be enough.
$36.
In for the black in the same pocket as a natural. The reason he's probably playing it this way, he's going to give the pot every chance of going in by not hitting it hard. Fabulous shot.
37.
Perfect position on the black, which is now frame ball.
$38. Sorry. $44. $45.
This, folks, is why he's won 20
52.
world ranking tournaments. One of the all-time greats. And for whatever reason, Alan, he's a snooker player reborn. So reminiscent of what happened 30 years ago when Doug Mountjoy,
60.
seemingly in decline, came back, and with the help of the
61.
coach Frank Callan, won the 1988 UK Championship in the following year's Mercantile Credit Classic. That was at the age of 46. So Mark Williams, by comparison, is a mere young pup.
66. '67.
We journalist types, Alan, are prone to a bit of exaggeration at times. I don't think I'm
70.
going overboard to say it's reminiscent of his heyday. It really is.
Yeah, do you know what? I think there's an argument for it's even better. There's more control about it. Something I'm really enjoying about watching Mark playing is, well, sorry, we'll get onto that in the next frame, but another fabulous break.
Wasn't it just Ryan Day's contribution to this match so far? One red, one green. Apart from that, it's been Williams all the way, and that's why he leads 3-0. And very quickly, he's halfway to victory.
Mark Williams to break.
Mark Williams is far too wise when it comes to snooker to take anything for granted, but he will be absolutely delighted with the platform he's laid down. 3-0 up on Ryan Day, and this has been so one-sided in so many ways. Day being frozen out, you've only got to look at the total points scored. Day 4 points on the board so far, Williams 308, and the last 221 of those have been without reply.
One. Eight. Nine.
No, this wouldn't be a typical Mark Williams shot. Lots of pace on and off the black cushion. Try and disturb the cluster. Oh, he's even got that licked. What a shot that was. That's unfortunate.
16.
So unfortunate to get the cue ball careering through the reds there was excellent. Very unfortunate indeed. Yeah, the red on the baulk cushion actually is not bad for Mark. He could play a back heel if he wished. Send it back down the table, but I think he's playing that well. He even fancies this. This is odds against normally. But the mood that he's in, he's just seeing it like a football right now.
17.
I want to say something about his technique that I'm enjoying.
19.
Last frame. Something is that when he gets maybe onto the next kind of basic little shot in the colour, I like the way he stands square
20.
on and then goes into the shot. He doesn't sort of fall into the shot. He used to do that. Well, that's part of his method now. He plays with a method. It's not just all natural stuff. You see him standing straight on, and it's just a second or two, steadies himself, and in he goes.
Yes, he's an absolute devotee of the sight right method, which was designed and developed, conceived by a former bank manager by the name of Stephen Feeney. And I'll tell you what, Williams on the money now. Cash machine.
$26.
Yeah, just watch him when he comes round
27.
to face this black here. Stand back, square on, just a couple of seconds. There he is, square on, and then he goes.
$34. $35.
Not a great pack to go into off the blue. He won't be going in this time. I wonder, yeah, he's playing for black off this red. Well, that's what he's played for. A low black would be the best option. On and off the cushion. Just wants a softish bounce.
41.
Perfect.
Not perfect, but
28.
he does have a couple of possible pots, both of which are very difficult, mind you.
Yeah, both are difficult. Both missable. This is the last glimmer of hope for Ryan Day, is this red. The way he's playing, you have to say this is frame ball.
49.
Not even touching the sides, are they? And it's hard to believe, but 12 months ago, Mark Williams
56.
was on the verge of dropping out the top 16, which he did. And he had to
57.
qualify for the World Championship and didn't make it. What a difference 12 months has made. What a difference. Now he goes to the Crucible as a seed
62.
and, in my opinion, as a contender, a serious one.
Yeah, very much so. He's going to be a contender in this form. There's no question about it. Yeah, I think the good thing about this is that he'll not be overly impressed by this. He's just going about his merry way, just dropping balls in it. He'll not be thinking out there, boy, I'm really playing well. He didn't really think that way, Mark. He'll go back to his dressing room and think, okay, more of the same would be nice.
71.
Lots to think about for Ryan. The mid-session interval coming up.
I'll tell you what, Alan, I'm glad we're not getting paid by the minute. The match has only been going 52 minutes. The interval almost upon us.
$77. $78.
Look in the dictionary for the meaning of the word trouncing. How about this? 306 points
85.
unanswered. Day's only
8-6.
consolation at the moment, he didn't have to buy a ticket to watch this.
Two. 93.
Again, don't want to get into hype, but for me, this is one of the best
96.
mini sessions I've ever seen Mark Williams play. No century, but the bulk of the work has been done, and with phenomenal aplomb. Mark Williams, absolutely terrific so far. He leads Ryan Day by 4 frames to 0, only 2 more required for a place in the semi-finals of the Ladbrokes Players' Championship.
Demolition in the match, 4-0 to
Frame
Williams.
5.
Points
Ryan Day to
tally 404 to 4. And Williams on a run of 317 unanswered points.
Yep, absolute masterclass so far by Mark Williams. But as we've seen before, the interval can change things around. Ryan certainly be hoping for that.
And Williams won't be taking anything for granted. This season, Williams has reached the quarterfinals or better in 6 ranking events and has gone on to win 2 of them, the Northern Ireland Open and the German Masters. Only Ronnie O'Sullivan has earned more ranking points than he has this season.
Call the police. He's missed one.
Sympathetic applause.
1.
And not a helpful run of the ball for him.
No, he would have liked to have strung a few points together there.
Ryan Day 1.
Not really got into this match, obviously. But that's all down to the way Mark's played. Nothing to do with Ryan. Hasn't really missed anything of substantial. Just one of their matches so far.
In the last 3 frames before the mid-session interval, Williams made breaks of 124, 72 and 96.
Ryan's blocked off the right-hand side. Obviously, Mark would like to get into the right-hand side of this bunch. But Ryan getting so close to the greens, block that path off, so got to be careful here, Mark. Not easy to get into the bunch. Have to go all round the houses. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 cushions.
Foul. And a miss. Ryan Day 4.
Didn't quite have the legs. Direction was good.
Yeah, got the line perfect, didn't he? So just try and get exactly the same spot on that first cushion. Just give it a little bit more. This looks a little bit harder. Has he got the same line? That's the only trouble. Sometimes you hit them harder, the cushions don't react the same. But I think he's landed touching ball there. Very fortunate.
Well, he was intended to leave the cue ball marooned in the bunch, but has finished touching ball on one of the reds out of the bunch. Day had a rueful smile at that.
Yeah, look for a second there. He's going to be given a nice easy starter, which is just what Ryan's looking for.
Hit the wrong ball.
Foul and a miss. Ryan Day 5.
Yeah, we saw Ryan do that in the first frame. It cost him heavily. Let's see if he can return the favour.
One.
That was a better shot than it looked. Obviously helps when you've got the biggest hands on the tour to climb over all them balls.
Six.
Not too bad. This. Pot this red now. Screw back off the pink up for the blue. Hopefully releasing the pink.
7. $13.
It's potentially a good red to pot, that one, because it gives him more room now. The red just above the black to the right. If he can just get high on that red, he can pot that, move the other one away from the black. I think that's what he'll be looking for. Maybe not this shot, but definitely in a couple of shots' time. The red to the right of black's in the perfect spot to remove the other one.
16.
Yeah, one of Ryan's comfortable shots, that. A lot of players struggle with that shot, but Ryan gets through the ball so easily.
With this new cue of his, with which he's won consecutive tournaments, Gibraltar Open and Romanian Masters.
That's gone wrong. He took a chance
22.
there. He thought it was a good opportunity to land on a red and hopefully move free the black at the same time, but when you trust into luck, there's always a chance it could go wrong.
Ryan Day, 22.
Found a good line there, so that the green snookered Williams on the right-hand side of the bunch, or the right-hand side of the table at least.
Yeah, he's got white in a good spot there. Looks like the brown's stopping the one cushion for Mark just to rest on this red near the back cushion. So he's in a bit of problem, a few problems there for Mark. Obviously the obvious safe place is that red on the back cushion, but can't get there, so this is going to have to be extremely thin.
Very good shot to get such a thin contact going across the red.
Yeah, great shot from Mark, but I'm not sure if he didn't check these two reds. There might be a plant the way Ryan's looking. Oh, no, they're not. And where the white is, he can't really make them from there, so... Similar sort of shot here for Ryan, one Mark just played. If he gets the pot, the white will take a natural path back up to blue or baulk colour. Lovely pot. Cheer him up a little bit.
One.
It's effectively a new start after the mid-session interval, and Day has started pretty well. As my colleague Joe Perry remarked earlier, it's not as if Day has missed a lot of shots
6.
in the first part of the session. That hasn't affected his confidence. It's just that Williams has potted virtually everything.
Seven.
Yeah, I think this is impressive stuff from Ryan. He still looks very confident. He knows he's playing well. He knows this game's plenty of life in it yet. All the time Mark needs 2 frames, he'll feel there's still a chance. Another one of these kind of shots here. Ryan just plays these so well.
$13.
A little bit shorter pace that time. So if he is going to hold for one of these reds, he's going to be a bit further away from it than what he'd like. Played that nicely, but once again, another missable
19.
pot. Yet to get the cube under complete control this break.
Still batting.
Yeah, that's a better one. Now in perfect position and with a
22.
54-point lead. Great chance for Ryan to get his first frame on the board.
23. None.
The applause signifies that the day is over the line, barring snookers.
$36. 37.
Yeah, good frame this from Ryan. Just what he needed after the interval. Quite a lot of pressure balls, missable balls. He's played them well, positive, as you would expect.
44. $49.
Tried to use the pink to develop the two reds.
Foul.
But that was a good frame from Day.
Mark Williams 4.
He starts his recovery, but he still trails 4-1 and is a long way back.
Frame 6. Mark Williams to break.
Williams' 4-0 lead has been reduced to 4-1.
Nice break off from Mark. All he's left restricted Ryan just to the dump shop. Ryan's just come around to have a look and see if these two reds are a plant to the green pocket. If they are, makes this shot a lot more difficult than what it normally is. And judging by the reaction, they must be dead set.
Yes, those two outside reds seem to be set for the green pocket.
Yeah, he's obviously worried about them. I personally wouldn't have minded Mark having a crack at that from the jaws of the corner pocket there, but Ryan thought better of it and thought he was better off taking that red on. But could end up being a costly mistake, that one. Nice little gap there for Mark. The two reds that are together and the reds next to them. Just hit that. Plenty of power.
Foul.
Wow.
Mark Williams
We
1.
thought it was a plant to the green pocket. It was a plant to the middle. Very unlucky for Mark. There's no way he could have accounted for that. Very unfortunate.
Completely unpredictable.
But that's one of the odd times, Clive. You're happy not to get on a red after you split the pack. But again, just Safety was very tight in the last frame for Ryan. Didn't really leave Mark nothing, but left him another sighter here. And we know how good his single ball potting is.
Well, the interval has interfered with Williams's infallibility. Not an easy shot that, but before the interval he was knocking everything in.
Yeah, it's amazing the difference that interval makes. It looks like he's left this one. Nice gap through there, red to green pocket. Yep, right in the middle. So Ryan, good chance. Reds are already split from Mark's unfortunate mistake a few shots ago. Yeah, it's one of them lovely sort of setups around the black spot where the reds sort of covering each other, but as you pot one, it releases another one or two. So you probably see a break like we saw of Mark's earlier on, where the cue ball doesn't really travel too much. Just a series of stuns and screws. Nice tight control of the cue ball. Oh dear.
16.
Needed to be tighter than that.
Yeah, couldn't really see from our angle whether it was a bit of a quick bounce. Ryan seemed to be just stopping his stride there, so if he's got a gap between blue and pink, this would be a very handy bit of luck. Ooh. Very close, very close. Ryan will be disappointed there. That was a good opportunity. I know there's lots of reds left, but he would have expected to make a substantial break there.
1.
So whether or no it was down to human error or a springy bounce, Dave fatally lost position. And the reds are nicely open for Williams.
Yeah, before the interval, his positional play was absolutely perfect, wasn't it? Just cue ball hardly travelled at all.
Nine.
Well, you wouldn't have expected him to miss that under any circumstances, let alone bearing in mind how well he's been playing this evening.
1.
Oh, that was a big let off for Ryan. Big let off. 5-1. You sort of couldn't really see any way back, but and obviously what's better for Ryan is that Mark actually missed, which is all the better. So now Ryan back where he was a few shots ago. Easy put that miss out of his mind now.
No.
Yeah, you can see all these reds go into this left corner, so big margin of error
16.
there for Ryan.
17.
What you try and do here, you just don't want to land straight. It wouldn't be a problem because of his cue power, but you'd rather not. Just keep leaving himself that half ball, 3/4 ball angle on the black. Just keep leaving himself in little areas. Choice of reds.
24. $25.
Jan Shears of Belgium has been requested to clean the cue ball.
$32. $33. $40.
Yeah, it's good stuff from Ryan. You know, he missed one in this frame earlier on, but considering how he was shut out for the first 4, this is
41.
this is good stuff.
$48. $49.
We know that Day's already done enough to reduce his arrears to 4-2.
$55. $56.
And if he could win another frame, then he would be very much back in contention. He's hitting the ball well enough.
62. $63. $68. 70. $73.
Forgetting about the straightforward clearance and playing an exhibition positional shot. But Jay took that 77 very well and has reduced his deficit to 4-2. Plenty of crowd encouragement for Day. They want to see him continue his recovery. They'd like to see a close finish with some drama.
Yeah, a little something for Mark to think about now. It was all one-way traffic before the interval, but it's very much game on now. No No need for Mark to panic yet. He's seen it all. And no Mark, he probably wouldn't panic if it went to 4-4, but very cool customer.
Foul.
Well, could have done without
Right,
knocking the
there's
black
7.
in. And also left the cup to corner.
1.
So Day has first chance in this frame, having won the last 2.
Yeah, it was a great pot from Ryan now. When I first looked, I thought that was a little bit too thin to play that shot, but I'm not sure if any of these reds go down here, so power shot now, Ryan. Try and get into these reds. Played it nicely, little bit of luck. Oh, I'm not sure he's had any. Good effort that. Couldn't do a lot more with that really.
5.
But the cue ball sticks.
Ryan Day, 5.
That was a nice shot from Mark. Right, he's left Ryan a comfortable safety shot, but they're tough shots then when you're hitting across the face of the red from that distance. Too thick a contact that time. That's why the white ball hasn't travelled past the baulk line. Left the tempter for Ryan, but it's fraught with danger. I think if he pots it, he's got to go all out for it. So he wouldn't have fancied it before the interval, but he probably fancies it now. What a shot. Really got into that cue ball.
1.
It looked like the white was going to veer into the pack pot in that red, but he's got right deep into the white and steered it away from the pink. Fantastic shot. He's definitely got his sails up now.
6.
And quicker, very positive around the table.
Seven.
Brief financial note. The loser tonight will walk away with £15,000. The winner will be guaranteed at least 30,000, with the shot still at the first prize of 125,000.
He just got a bit short there, Ryan. He's the right side of the blue, but I think he was been looking for an angle to go into these. So again, another power shot, and has he been lucky this time? I think he's got a shot, but he would have liked something a bit easier, I think. Unless this one to right corner goes. Should be okay. Yeah, nicely controlled. See now these reds to the right of the pink. just below the pink, go into right-hand corner. So this is fast developing into a very good chance.
And Day is playing well now that he's had chances to do so. He's made breaks of 49 and 77 in the last 2 frames, in which Williams has scored a total of only 14 points.
Yeah, Ryan just shaking his head there. It looks like he's absolutely lovely on this red, but it's just the fractions. Just a bit more on that cue ball. He could have just potted that red, got on the pink. Just
19.
made life a little bit difficult, but seems to have rescued the situation.
$25. $26.
A bit straight that time to get right side the blue, so not sure if Ryan purposely left himself wrong side there. Wrong side enough so he can go easily in and out of balk. Players like to play this shot in between brown and green and screw it round, makes the pot much easier, but the shot here really is to go between brown and yellow. Yeah, played it nicely, didn't quite get enough side on it, so he's not as close to this red as he would have liked.
31.
Expect him to get it.
Yes, needed stronger left of centre striking there to get a little bit better on this red. But he's in his groove now.
32.
And pots like that present no problems to him.
Yep, they're all going in the middle of the pocket as well. It's always a nice sign for a player. No wobbles. Be a little bit careful here. Red just to the left does pot in left corner, but can't get on it as he'd like. So just looking to see if there's a possible plant as well. It shouldn't have too much trouble here. Yeah, I had to leave the red thinner than what you would have liked, but didn't cause too many problems.
38. $39.
Yes, just had to pot the first red as if the second red wasn't there.
Yep, and now finally potting this red.
45.
Just, if he wants, just roll through and get that black back on the spot. Or just stay around the pink as soon as he's homed in. Yeah, nice
46.
little cannon there. Gentle stunt. He's almost over the finishing line this frame.
I think most spectators at this all-Welsh quarter-final
52.
have come here wanting to see both players play. It seemed in the first 4 frames that they might not see much of Day, but he's coming right back into it.
$53.
Ideal position lost, but
58.
already Day is
59, sorry.
71 in front with only 67 left. So that takes the pressure off this red.
$60.
Well,
Day 60.
realising that he was over the line, lost his concentration for the black. Williams immediately concedes. Day has come back from 4-0 down to reduce that to 4-3.
Frame 8. Mark Williams to break.
Williams has had his 4-0 lead reduced to 4-3. He will want to reassert himself.
It's amazing how many times the interval can change a match. It doesn't always happen, obviously. Most matches that are 3-1, 4-0, they go on and win the match, but just occasionally, it just changes things.
And I'm sure it's not because Williams has taken anything for granted, but Day managed to just pot a few balls at the start of the 5th frame, the first frame after the resumption. He's taken it from there. Williams has scored only 14 points in the last 3 frames.
What?
But I half expected him to do something like that. Very, very cool match player.
Yeah, what a great shot that was, Clive, that long red. He just got such a fantastic way of just getting on with what's in hand, not worrying about what's gone on before. Perfect temperament for a snooker player. Just about come
16.
far enough, I think.
$17.
Nicely played. Red to the left of the pink now. Just drop this blue in. Well, this other red at the left of the pack obviously pots, so better choice of
22.
shot. It'll need an angle soon.
$23.
Not happy with the bounce there, but didn't seem too bad. He would have sort of roughly where he would have been hoping to finish. And just possibly just pot this blue, just come past the pink on the right hand side. That red that's just loose on the right of the pack there, he can just push that one on towards the corner pocket. Maybe free up another couple of reds in the process. There you go, perfectly played. Freed another 2 or 3 reds. Great shot.
Oh, yeah. $29.
Great visit this from Mark. Sat out the last 3 frames. Fantastic long red to get going.
36. $37.
And hoping to win this frame to go 2 up with 3 to play.
$44. $45.
His cue ball control tonight has been absolutely exemplary. Another loose red. He just takes these 2 reds with blacks. See him over the. No, sorry, miscalculation. He'll need another red.
52.
So Probably have to play another cannon somewhere along the lines in this break.
53.
And looks like he's teeing up here. Possibly play another similar sort of shot that he played off the blue and just push that red onto middle, but a bit riskier this time. Oh, he's opened them up. Nothing, not a formality
60.
left, but fancy him to get this red to middle.
$61.
Williams has responded just as he needed to.
68.
Seen some great snooker tonight, some fantastic breaks. But for me, this is the break of the match so far. Sat out the last 3 frames. You wouldn't know it.
69.
So already Williams has done enough to
76.
guarantee a 5-3 lead.
$77.
And he's on his way to his second century of the match, I think.
Yeah, this one might be a bit more significant, this break though, Clive. I'm going for the highest break of the tournament here. You always fancy 140 or better, winning the high break prize.
83.
He's got a chance here, provided he doesn't
84.
take too many pinks with these last 3 reds.
$90. 91.
Ronnie O'Sullivan's 134 is the front runner
98.
for the £5,000 highest break prize.
99. $106. 107.
Shelling peas, Clive, shelling peas. Once again, perfect break from Mark. Cue ball hardly moves from that end of the table once he gets round there.
114.
Perfect control.
$116. 119.
Total clearance would be 141.
$123.
And it's a break made in a special context. It halts Ryan Day's recovery.
134.
And by completing the 141 total clearance, Mark Williams goes 2 up with 3 to play. He leads by 5 frames to 3. Ryan Day has to win all 3 remaining frames to snatch a place in the Saturday evening semi-final against the winner of the Shaun Murphy-Anthony McGill match tomorrow afternoon. Virtually every frame tonight has opened with that sort of containing safety.
Yeah, break-off's been good tonight. Haven't left that long red out. We've seen a lot so far this week.
What?
What a shot that was. These middles are so tight. To knock that in at that pace, digging down. That's a fantastic shot.
Williams has acknowledged that one of the secrets of his resurgence this season, perhaps the main reason, is his alliance with Steve Feeney at sight right. And sight right, as its name implies, is a method of sighting, and it served Williams particularly well this season, in contrast to the last few seasons when without it he was growing progressively more frustrated.
16.
Another great pot there from Mark, hoping to keep the break going.
17.
It's one of them things that often happens on a snooker table. Just watch as this white comes to the end of its roll, if they're going to show it. Just caught the slate line where the slates meet.
Mark Williams 17.
And just took a little funny turn. Oh, Ryan played that one very quickly.
Foul. And a miss.
Yeah. Give that.
Mark Williams 4.
Needed a bit more care that time, Ryan.
Well, it wasn't that difficult to leave everything safe, because anything rolled into the right-hand side of the bunch was going to be safe. But he missed the bunch altogether.
Choice here for Mark. Leave himself high on the blue, which is the traditional way of going into the reds. Or just go a little bit further and leave himself a baulk colour, because that's a big target off that side cushion. Just not gone quite far enough. Brown's perfect normally in this situation. One cushion just before the middle, bust the reds, but not so easy off the green. He's sort of landed in between here. Really got to catch this right, really got to get into the cubble here, get somewhere near that middle pocket. Yeah, it was hard to generate the pace. To get the white where he wanted it into the cushion, he had to take a bit of pace off the cue ball, so end of break. But 33 ahead in the last frame that he needs.
Mark Williams 12.
Got to be careful now, Ryan. One more big mistake will probably be his last. So take a bit more care this time, playing into the bunch.
That's where he should have left his last escape.
Yeah, not executed very well from Mark there, but you can see the idea. Always thinking 33-point lead, put that green safe. Every shot counts.
And he was able to play directly at the green, of course, because there was a touching ball on the red.
Foul and a miss.
Misjudgment that time from Mark, having to hit it extremely
Ryan Day
thin.
4.
I won't see Ryan put this one back low, because he knows Mark won't make that mistake again, and he could find himself in trouble. So one of them situations. I'll be very surprised if he puts this back. And he won't put Mark in again, because there's obviously a go at a long red. Ryan's shaping up to go for. Big shot, this one. Oh, great shot.
But not a kind run of the ball.
Yeah, nice little shot there from Ryan. Looked easy, but could have easily messed that up. Problems now for Mark. It's not easy to get where he wants to get. Them two reds just slightly above the black to the right. That's where he'd like to land in there, but with what he can see of the cushion, I don't think he can get there. He's got to judge this right.
Foul and a miss. Ryan Day 4.
Well, he didn't judge it right.
Yeah, always got to be careful with these. And so close together. Not always easy to judge the angle. But that's a lovely shot from Ryan. Judged it perfect. Held nice for the blue.
1.
Can play down off one cushion, back up for red into left corner, but you might take the opportunity here just to go into them little cluster of reds. Be very surprised if he doesn't land on one. Not as good as he
6.
would have hoped there. Also pushed the black to the cushion, so didn't turn out as he wanted there, Ryan. Got a choice of reds, choice of 3 reds, but none of them are that inviting. This one obviously got more safety attached to it.
Ryan Day 6.
Well, I don't know what happened there exactly. Good safety from Williams, leaving the cue ball over the awkward, more congested side of the table.
And there's very, very thin contact on this red, so as to not collide into anything else. Yeah, slightly too thick. Caught the second red. Chance for Mark, but black's safe. Pink's not ideal, so not a great chance just yet.
One.
Seems to be a bit disappointed not to have position on the blue, but he's perfectly okay on yellow or brown.
Already got a 23-point lead in this frame, so won't be in no hurry to
5.
get the pink or black back on the spot. He can do enough here off the blue and balk colours. But it's always harder when you've got to keep going back up for the blue. Make sure you keep getting the right side.
6.
First chance. First attempt, short. So, to go around the table here. Green's off the spot, which slightly helps. Yeah, break building so much more difficult
11.
when pink and black are out of commission. You can cut this red back to middle, but it's not a shot I'd want to be playing. I think you'd be looking to get a good cue ball here and maybe get another ball safe.
What he was trying to do was to come round much further and take one of the reds in the line of 4 to right corner.
Yeah, I think he's playing the right shot here. He'd like to win frame and match at this visit, but there's no point pushing the boat out. It's 30 in front. Put red safe, get a nice target in there behind the green. Well, you can see them 2 reds closest to the pocket are a plant, but the other 2 reds are sort of going completely the wrong direction. So this will take some working out.
4-ball plant. You don't see those every day.
This is one of them, Clive. It could either go straight in the middle of the pocket or it could go absolutely nowhere near and make you look like a complete rookie. As Alan would say, if he gets this, we can all go home.
Well, is discretion the better part of valour?
Well, I would say so. He's in a commanding position here. He doesn't need to take any chances whatsoever. If he gets the cue ball up in balk, there's no way Ryan can take this plant on from there, so hold on to your hat. Wow, great shot. I'll take it all back.
The 4th red went right in the middle of the pocket. The other reds in that line were all developed, so this is a match-winning chance.
17.
Yeah, definite. Worthy of any match, that shot. Very well thought out. Like I said, could have easily gone anywhere. Thought that out very well. And in the end, made it look easy. Good performance from Mark. This Ryan come back very strong after the interval. Played very well, but Mark just, as he does, very calm. Just got on with his job. Nice total clearance, 1-4-1.
24.
He looks in great form. Possible winner this week.
None.
Over the line, barring snookering attempts of Kalarani. Williams played brilliantly to lead 4-0, had breaks of 124, 72 and 96 in that period. Day came back strongly with 3 frames in a row, making breaks of 49, 77 and 60. But Williams regained the initiative with a total clearance of 141.
Mark Williams, 35.
And barring something truly extraordinary, has added this frame to go through to Saturday evening's semi-final.
Can you put out the light, please? Back row.
Well, we've seen him do it recently, Clive, last year against Marco Fu. But I think a slightly different proposition against Mark Williams. Not many players know their way around a snooker table as good as this man. Good match though, enjoyed it.
Yes, the match Joe refers to was in the World Grand Prix. They needed 4 snookers and got them. But that sort of recovery is very rare.
1.
This black has got to go in to keep even a vestige of hope alive. Still 45 the difference.
Yeah, you wouldn't give Ryan any hope in this frame really, but snooker and a free ball. And if he was to miss this one, it'd most definitely be a free ball, unless he moves the pink out of the way, of course. If he hits the pink first, Ryan will then only want 1 snooker. Mark wants the referee to be very close here because he knows this.
Foul.
Well, it wasn't close at all, was it?
Yeah.
I could have seen that one from here.
Right, there's 6.
And of course there's no question of putting the balls back because it was at the snooker's required stage.
Yeah, Ryan got the 6 points there for the foul. That's probably the worst possible outcome for him, really. Had Mark missed it altogether, it would have been foul 4 on a free ball. But on the plus side, just 1 snooker to tie now.
Jay puts Williams in again.
Yeah, you may wonder why Ryan didn't play that shot, but obviously he couldn't take the risk of leaving that red near the corner pocket. Doesn't matter to Mark. That's why Ryan elected to put Mark in again there. That's a good escape. And a friendly nudge off the yellow. All of a sudden, oh, look at Ryan's reaction. That tells you there's a gap through.
Not quite there yet. And there was certainly no point in Jay potting that red unless he could get on the black. And possibly not even then would it have been advisable.
It's always a nice feeling when your opponent needs snookers in the last frame, but it's probably as anxious as Mark Williams will ever feel, actually. You feel like the match is yours, and all you can do is sort of throw it away from here. So Funny position to be in for a snooker player.
Somewhat fortunate to leave Day snookered.
Colours are not ideal here for snookers. So the green be the best ball at the moment. Best target for Ryan to get behind. That's a nice shot from Mark. Very nicely played. Gotta have your wits about you in this situation.
So does Day pot the red, get on the black, and leave himself needing a 4-point snooker to tie?
Yeah, I like that shot, Clive. It's unlikely Mark's going to make a foul and leave a free ball, so probably a good idea to get the red-black now, because he's going to need it at some stage.
One.
Yeah, that's a good choice from Ryan. Good thinking. Now try and position that white somewhere where it's a nice, easy snooker for him to lay. Somewhere where he's pointing his cue now, somewhere in that direction. Just top the white off the baulk cushion and get in behind the green. So, all to play for still.
Eight.
Good chance here. I think I'm going to be disappointed not to get a snooker here. It's just how close he can get that cue ball to the green to make the escape more difficult. Oh, he's not quite nailed it. No, that was a chance. I'd be disappointed that.
Ryan Day. 8.
If Williams had potted that yellow, it would have put Day to 2 snookers required.
Got to be a little bit careful here, Mark. Easy to hit the yellow, but he'll want to get some distance between them, otherwise he'll leave Ryan an easy snooker next shot. Oh, he hasn't listened to me, and he's going to find himself in trouble now.
I was really surprised that he didn't inject more pace into that.
Yeah, I'm not sure Ryan's blocked off the one cushion escape though. He'd like to have got closer to that green. Expect Mark to hit this. Yeah, it's quite a big target there. Ryan missed the trick there. Could have shot right tight up behind that green. But still, green and brown and blue now are a very good target.
Didn't want to leave the yellow there. But that was a danger.
Ryan Day full.
That's the 4 penalty points that Day needed to get back into this. He can tie with a clearance of the 6 colours.
Well, you can't believe what's happened here, Clive, can you? Another good chance now for Ryan to get another snooker. Get the yellow, pink off the cushion. All of a sudden... Oh, I bet Mark can't believe it. It was all over about 10 minutes ago.
But Williams flukes a snooker, out of a snooker.
Yep, that's the age-old proposition, isn't it? Easy to hit, but it's got to get it safe. And he hasn't. Still, it's not over, because even if Mark pots this, Ryan will only need 1 snooker. And he can't get anywhere near the green, so just make sure the yellow.
Two. 29 in front, with only 25 left. They're flying in everywhere. Well, that was a very enjoyable match. It was 4-0 to Williams, reduced to 4-3. Williams made the 141 total clearance, the highest break of the tournament, and then closed out what turned out to be quite a dramatic closing frame to win by 6 frames to 3.
To talk to us about that match, you know, it was fantastic to see you play like that today. Great atmosphere out there as well. How much did you enjoy it?
Yeah, really enjoyed it. I mean, if the interval didn't come, I'm not saying I would have, probably could have won 6-0, 6-1 because it was all going my way. And just shows how an interval can change matches, because he's come out then and he's looking a better player at 4-3, and he's got me on a little bit of pressure, but I managed to pot a really good long red at 4-3 and made a total clearance, which you know, calmed myself back down then.
Yeah, all credit to Ryan for coming out after the break and having a go. But those opening 4 frames, just how does that feel when you're playing like that? Because you could do nothing wrong.
Yeah, I've been playing pretty much like that all season, to be honest, and lost a few matches where people played really well. You know, could have had 3 centuries in the first 4 frames, which only had 1, but you know, Ryan didn't do anything wrong. And after the interval, when he came back to 4-3, I never really done nothing wrong.
I thought it was a bit like how you played in the final in Berlin, actually, that today. You know, you played so well against Graham Dott. Those 4 frames were like that. You know, Graham had no chance, and Ryan, you know how well he's playing, and he didn't have a shot, really.
Well, he was 4-0 down in the final. He just won from Romania, so I know, even though I'm 4-0 up and you should win, you know I've lost matches from there before, so I know it's not over.
He came back strongly, actually, didn't he? Very strongly, you know.
Very strong, yeah. And I finished off well. I mean, I potted some really good balls, especially in the middle bag. A few long ones as well. I made some good breaks.
And you celebrated your 43rd birthday,
29th
birthday yesterday. You know, look at the likes of yourself. Ronnie's in great form. John Higgins is in great form. You know, age no barrier. I keep saying it, but when you compare how you're playing now to how you were playing, you know, when you were winning world titles, do you feel as though you're playing as well, perhaps even better?
No, I don't think so. I think I was a lot more consistent when I was 20 odd, but. You know, when you get older, you lose it a bit. It's only this
season. But you use your head more now.
Yeah, a little bit, you know, but it's only this season, really, I've been playing any good. The last 5 to 10 years have been not very good, really.
Yeah, by your own standard. I mean, still competing, but now you're looking like fancying every job out there.
Well, I'm fancy, you know, the long ones, which I won't get in before making big breaks. I'm getting, not all of them, I'm getting a high percentage of them and making some, you know, good one-frame visit.
I think in some ways tonight it's good that Ryan came back at you.
No, not really, no.
Not right now or out there, but like going forward, didn't it? It was a tough a tough ask to get over the line in the end.
Yeah, I mean, when I potted the long red at 4-3, you know, I just felt so relaxed. It was just if I was playing in a club, it just felt, you know, great. It was not much tension or nothing, which is good really. When someone's coming back at it, that's when you normally get a bit tight and a bit of tension comes in. But I was fine all the way through, except on the colours in the last frame. I could feel my heart started pounding a bit, especially when I went in off on a yellow. I wanted to jump.
A chance to have a look how you started the match, really. This was the point. I mean, from shot one, you look in good form here, don't you? I mean, even not so much, obviously, this is a shot to nothing, but you just started so well. Yeah,
these kind of shots, I mean, I do get quite a lot of them. I always play really thin ones and try to get on a ball colour because, you know, them ones can hurt your opponent.
That was frame 2, a 1-2-4 break. But you kind of won the next 2 frames the same way. You didn't score a point in either of these frames. Alan liked this shot.
Yeah, I think that's a brilliant shot because it takes some confidence in your ball striking, and you need a lot of confidence to play it the way you did.
Yeah, if they tight cuss, they're a lot easier across the cushions, you know. If you run it a little bit out, they're more difficult, but still got it well.
Yeah, this was still in frame 3. We saw you put the red down the cushion in the right corner. Actually, in frame 4, I think this is even more difficult.
Yeah, that's one of probably the best shots I've played in the match, really, to keep the break going. It was a lot thinner than what it probably looked on the TV there. They're
the sort of shots, these, when you're not seeing them properly, they're almost impossible.
Yeah, well, I've seen that, and I know if I missed that, I've left him in. And, you know,
this is the long radio you spoke about. This is where you were really being tested. 18 minutes you hadn't pointed the ball, and you make a 1-4-1 from there, you know.
Yeah, it was a decent break, and it's a nice little cannonade. It's got 3 reds out. They only tried really to get 1 or 2, and they split nicely.
That was one of my favourite shots, a typical Mark Williams shot, Jill, where he just brushed the blue in and brushed off the pack, and he knows he's going to be on a red. He's a thinking type of player.
But there was you get out of position, but you made things tough. This was the 4-ball plant.
Yeah, it looked on, to be honest, but I was just convincing myself it's not on, and it was just having a little argument with myself, and I just went for it. You wouldn't believe how relieved I was to see that green win, that's for sure.
Of course, we've seen Ryan, you know, in matches. That match against Marco Fu in Preston last year, where he had 4 snookers to win a frame. So you can't leave him anything, really.
No, he's done it a few times. Been 40 and 50 behind on the last red. He's done it, you know, a few times. So I knew he wasn't going to give up. And then when I hit the pink off the first snooker, I just knew it just wasn't going to be straightforward, and there's going to be a twist here or there. See,
Mark's the sort of guy that even though he's got his opponent needing 2 or 3 snookers, you can still sense danger in it. There's danger there.
Yeah,
the
definitely.
way the balls are.
That's why when I was, I think, 50 odd up and had a long red, you know, I tried really hard to pot that and absolutely duffed it. And I just knew, if that goes in, he shakes my hand, and then I knew there's going to be 20 minutes of pain for me.
Yeah.
It's been a special evening here. You know, we built it up as this big Welsh clash, and obviously Ryan, a great friend of yours. There aren't that many big tournaments in Wales. Obviously, you've got the Welsh Open and this one here in Llandudno. Did it feel like a special event?
Yeah, it does. I mean, best 11s, you know, it's what everyone want to play in. You know, it just seems every tournament lately is best of 7s, and you can be out within, you know, 45 minutes. The last tournament was best of 7. Ali Carter beat me in 45 minutes, 4-0. And, you know, best 11s, best of 9s with interval is much better. And
you feel like you can prepare properly, didn't you?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I mean, if you get off to a bad start to 2-0 in the best of 7, you're almost out panicking straight away.
You're not panicking.
But, you know, I much prefer one-table setups as well is excellent as well.
And, you know, looking at the way it's gone this week, there's nobody really going to worry you. I mean, Ronnie's obviously been in great form, but you must be looking forward to
absolutely
into the final on Sunday.
I don't mind who I play at the minute. I haven't done all season, to be honest, and you know, I'm playing well, making a lot of breaks and potting some long ones, so I can't ask anymore. What
do you make of who you might be playing? You know, I mean, obviously you've got the thing with Ants McGill has beaten John Higgins 6-0, so that's a great result. And then Sean's got this slight issue with his neck. You know, it's hard to find a winner in that game. It's a little bit of a confusing side issue with Sean not at his sort of physically his best, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I hope Sean wins 6-5 on the black, and then he can't get up the next night and pull out. That's to be the best.
Well, you're very sporting of you to say that. No, listen, that's the game. I totally understand.
Well, we will see you in action Saturday night, the semi-final. We'll find out who you'll play tomorrow, because we've got our last quarter-final between Sean Murphy and Anthony